Hello everyone, welcome to day 95 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Starting as white, we play e4, develop our knight, we go into the Italian. If knight takes, it's still pinned. I could pin it to the king. This position I could also pin this knight to the king, threatening to weaken the structure. I could take and just attack the queen with tempo. Queen goes to a5. I could put my bishop on d2. Then my opponent is able to jump in and have checks. I think I'll just castle here first. Put my bishop on d2. My opponent pins my knight. He's threatening to jump in here. I'll kick the bishop away. I can attack the e4 pawn with this move. Threaten to take. I can also attack it this way. I think I'll just put my rook on e1 first. Knight jumps in, attacking this. I can take here with check. So my opponent blundered heavily here. And it's an equal trade. I take the queen. He takes my queen. And we win the bishop. My opponent's actually up material here. This is falling now. Rook b1 is the only move. Kicks my knight. I can just bring my knight back. That's a very aggressive push. I don't have any ways of protecting this pawn. I can attack the knight, which I think looks good. It also opens up my rook. Rook takes. I have a weaker structure. I can attack this pawn. But then this falls. It's going to fall anyway. I think I can just trade this off. Oh, we just blundered on knights. Terrible move. I'll resign here probably. Terrible move. Let's look at this game. We played at a 74.2 and my opponent with a 90. We had no blunders, but we had one big miss. It was my opponent who blundered. And we missed something. e4. We go into the Italian. Taking isn't right. We're supposed to just castle here. Put pressure on this. It was better to play a3 and then b4, kicking the queen. Which looks dangerous. We also threaten to trap the queen. Almost. This move actually loses a piece. If we play g4 here, my opponent's best move is actually to long castle to defend this. And we win the piece. And we're up a piece. Which is what we missed. This isn't such a good move, because we do lose our own queen. It's not a good move at all. My opponent's up a pawn here. And it's this pawn. So here, my opponent blundered by trapping his own bishop. Oh yes, because we can take also with the rook. If the bishop goes back, it's a huge mistake. I come in with this. And now I don't even lose my queen. And my opponent's in a terrible position. We took with the rook first, which was a miss. We also end up losing our c2 pawn. And then here I just blundered my knight in one move. The move was bishop to e3, like I was thinking. Attacking this pawn and defending my knight. Giving up this pawn. But I hung my knight and we resign. Let's find the second game. We're playing as black this time. And we get e3, which I haven't seen. I want to play d5 against this. I want to take space with my knight on this side, but I think knight f6 looks good. If my opponent wants to trade this knight off, that's fine. I think I just play c5 here. Bring my other knight in. Knight jumps in. Looking to go here or here. I think I'll play knight c6 here. Comes in pinning me. That's okay. I can kick the bishop away. Then I have a very strong center and an open rook if he takes. Just strengthen my center. The knight jumps in. The knight's just attacking this pawn. Knight's attacking this. The other moves aren't that good. I think I'll just move my queen to defend and then bring my bishop. I have a strong center here. Decides to take. Queen in, attacking this. I can go here. I'm also threatening to push, winning the rook. Knight move. I could play bishop to b7 here, with the idea of pushing, which looks okay. If the knight takes, we just take with the queen. My idea is to push. I have a very powerful bishop on this diagonal. Once we open up the board, knight goes all the way back. I don't think castling long is good here. So many weaknesses in my position. I think here I could rook lift attacking this. Pushing here. I think I'll play rook to the c file first and then push. Looking for discoveries. Knight's trying to jump here. Taking's a mistake. He pushes instead. I'm controlling this square. Knight jumps in, attacking this, threatening this. But if I go rook a8, which is very passive, I'm defending my pawn. Knight threatens to jump in though if I go rook a8, but then I just move. The knight jumps in here. I probably just attack it. So here I want to push. My opponent pushes. Now I have this move. The knight isn't trapped, has squares. Attacking my rook is good. It's also a fork. I can defend my bishop like this. Also attacking this. That allows me to come in here. I can kick this knight away. Opening up my bishop is probably very good. I maybe have a bishop sacrifice and then push, which looks very good. Okay, so bishop sacrifice, the only move... Let me calculate this. Bishop sacrifice, it doesn't work because my king's on this file. I have to move my king off this file first. And then a bishop sacrifice is possible because if I push, king has to step away and I take the rook. I'll step my king away. I just want to sacrifice my bishop and push. Okay, so now I'll sacrifice my bishop. Sacrifice my bishop like this. Takes push. I can push now. I win a rook here. I come in here with check. King steps up. Force a rook trade isn't good. I can double up. I have this check. Winning this. Let's see, this check, king goes here, I go here. This check, king goes here. I'll bring my other rook. Takes, my king's in a dangerous position, but I think we are quicker. Okay, so now check. King can't step here. Check. I think this forces a rook trade. King can't step here. Take this way. Oh wow. That's terrible. That's really annoying. I should have looked at my opponent's moves as well. We played an 81.7. My opponent with an 87.8. We played d5 and knight f6. All our moves were good. This move didn't make any sense to me. I don't mind the weaker structure. Pushing's good. Kick the knight back. It was actually better to push here and just give up the rook. Wow, if they take, we can take. My opponent's in trouble. But we played f5 here, opening up our... So here I played f5, opening up my bishop and defending the pawn. Stepping my king out of the way is right. Here I have a bishop sacrifice, which is a good move because if they take my bishop, I push with check. There was a better move than this. It was to under promote. I'm not really sure why. This is the whole line. Check is correct. All these moves are okay. We have a much better position here if we just force a rook trade, which is what I thought would work, but that's actually a huge blunder because after this trade I have no more checks, except for this maybe. No, this move doesn't work. King steps away and my opponent has checkmate in one move. But what happens in this game is we get to this position. Here I should just take back and I'm completely winning with 2 rooks and a piece against a rook and a piece. And I have pressure. Here if I just took back the pawn with the pawn or the bishop, it would be a very easy endgame. But I wanted to trade the rook, which does not work because we don't have checks with the bishop. So I blundered actually twice in a row. I wasn't able to take back the rook because of mate. If I only lost my rook in this position and took the position's actually a draw. rook and piece versus rook and piece. My opponent has more pawns, but they are very weak. And it's very poor from me, because my king is trapped in the corner on h8. And with 2 blunders at the end of the game, we lose the game. I go from +5 to checkmate in 1 for my opponent in 2 moves. It's a very annoying way to lose. In the first game we played far too quickly, blundered our piece with check and lost 2 pieces, so I resigned. In this game we were completely winning for most of the game. +5.5 in this position, but we weren't able to take the rook because of f8 promoting to queen. So we lose the game with a huge mistake at the end of the game, even though we were completely winning. Our king was just very unsafe in the corner of the board. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.